Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Thanks to you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
It's the biggest game in the state tonight, and maybe the biggest all weekend long tonight from Guerin Catholic. The Golden Eagles play host to the Westfield Shamrocks in a battle of 1 versus 2. Tonight's game sponsored by the Morales Group. Building better futures, one story at a time. Aspen Creek Grill, why go anywhere else for delicious food? Burtner Electric provides quality electrical services in central Indiana. Boilermaker 374, we're second to none in quality and performance. Clean slate, inspired innovation that moves business forward. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. And by the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Watch the best Division III basketball on IHSAA TV, where you always have a front row seat. For the coach, I'm Jim Barber. We have center aisle seats tonight. The matchup of number 1, Guerin Catholic in 3A versus number 2 in 4A, Westfield. So early in the season to see a 1 against 2 coach. But what might we expect from this titanic matchup?
A lot of offense. I think to be honest with you, Jim, I think defense will win this game. If the score stays under 55, I think Guerin has a better opportunity. But Westfield is very, very good. Both teams are very loaded. Both of them have star players. Guerin is a little sick tonight, but they're going to play through that. Westfield played a big game last week, did a nice job. It's going to be very interesting. I'm glad we're here, and there's a huge, large audience watching this ball game.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people still filing into the gym tonight on rather spring-like temperatures in Indianapolis earlier in the day. Touch upon the point you mentioned about Guerin Catholic not being 100% health-wise. Bobby Allen, the head coach, year 6, was saying not only do some of the players have some of the difficulties, but also some of the fans expected to be in tonight's game. How much do you think that illness might play a factor in tonight's game, Keith?
Yeah, it should be. It should be a very good factor of a ball game. See what's going on and see how well both of these teams. It's a very important start tonight.
Westfield at 3-0, shoots the ball at 47%. Guerin Catholic at 4-0 is at 48%. Both teams are good three-point shooting teams. And you'll find this interesting. Westfield's attempted three-point shots 71 in nature, just to 58 free throw attempts. And when you talk to head coach Shade Sumter in his 9th year, that's what we do, but we'd like to get to the free throw line more often. How might that be accomplished tonight?
Got to go attack the basket. You got to go attack the basketball, get fouled, and then knock them down. A lot of teams will get to the free throw line, but a lot of times you get to the free throw line and then you're missing. I think the most important thing is the double bonus after 5 tonight. See how that will play in this ballgame.
So that's a segue to your keys of the game tonight. So take it from here, if you will.
Keys of the game brought to you by Clean Slate. For Westfield, they got to stop dribble drive, rebound the basketball, stop their bigs. For Guerin Catholic, quick start, get the crowd in the game, limit Westfield to 1 shot, ball control, and handle their pressure. You do all that, you might win this game.
Guerin Catholic loves to get to the free throw line. In fact, in 4 games, Allen's team has attempted 96 free throws, converting almost 70%, having converted on 64. Averaging 10 turnovers in a game, while Westfield, which hasn't been to the line but 24 times, shoots the ball, as mentioned, at 41% for the arc, 29 of 71 made threes. We'll break this down even further with some of the key players to the game when we come back.
To you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Welcome back to Guerin Catholic. Our mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the fields and courts. Please respect the men and women who wear the uniform. They're a big part of our game. Sportsmanship is everyone's job. Tonight, John Omer, Brad Sellers, and Kevin Moore, three-man officiating crew, will try to negotiate tonight's game between the Shamrocks and the Eagles.
Over 45 years of officiating experience, I think whoever assigned this game knew how important this game was and keyed very well. Kevin Moore talked to Kevin before the game. He goes, man, there's a lot of people here for the JV game. I said, Kevin, there's going to be a lot of people for the varsity game. So.
Yeah, they started arriving here at 5:30.
Yeah,
2 hours prior to tip, and that's always a good sign.
We even got Spider-Man here tonight.
Yeah, and he's had that seat from the get-go.
Yes, sir.
Really fun-loving student bodies from both sides. And when you talk to Shane Sumter, he said, I like these 5-mile bus trips. I'm getting older. It's a little easier to travel. And it's kind of a backyard rivalry, he considers, even though these two teams just saw each other last year in a game in which Westfield won 59-43.
You know, but things have changed a lot. Westfield fast have improved, a little bit better on offense, really happy with his teams, got some great things. Guerin Catholic is still not full strength yet. We'll talk about Jack Cherry, #1 point guard, maybe January. I heard now could be mid-December.
Wow.
So we'll see, but, you know, it's very important as we'll take a look at Guerin Catholic.
Yeah, I asked Bobby about that as you take a look at Robert Sorensen, the three-point sharpshooter. And obviously, Shane Sumter, the head coach at Westfield, says we've got to keep an eye on this guy, and likely Charles Farrell will draw that defensive assignment. He is their best defensive player.
I tell you what, if student bodies could win this game, I think Westfield has it by about 10 students. They just stood up right in front of to the left of us. This place is rocking, Jim.
Yes.
Yeah, you talk about Sorensen. I'm interested in number 35 as well. Cardinal does it. Bryson has done a nice job. I think he's been pushing the last couple of games. He's just got to be let get in the flow of the game.
Yeah, in fact, Bobby Allen says, he's got some position on those deep catches in the paint. He doesn't need to make as many moves. He's 6'8". He's got a lot of weight behind him. He's strong. Take it strong to the basket. Take your chances. And the good news for Cardinal is he's still learning. I mean, the kid didn't play a full year of varsity last year. He will this season.
And the other thing is he's still growing.
Yeah.
You talk to mom and dad, they think he's got another 2 inches on him.
And 22, Dylan Morans will help him out. Morans is considered to be, by both coaches, the best athlete on the floor. Would you agree?
Oh, I do. Sees the floor well, rebounds well, not afraid to go out and get the ball, and you'll see him on the ground a lot. This Guerin Catholic Ball Club you don't need to sweep the floor after the game because they're on the floor a lot. Their white uniforms, whoever their manager is, I'm sure they use whisk all the time.
Bobby Allen was also saying that, we're going to try to throw the first punch tonight, and it's going to be important because if you're 4A, you're figuring 4A is going to push you around a little bit versus a 3A, and so it's important for Bobby's team to develop position and also have some poise when this game begins.
You say that, but I tell you what, the games that we've done has been very physical in the last couple of games that we play. I think the officials have let them play a little bit. How well they'll let them play is the telling tale.
Yeah, absolutely. About 30 seconds to opening prayer, and then the national anthem will be performed here by Hope Elshire, one of the students, and then we'll get to the public address announcer, and that's Jeff Buckner, who will introduce the starting lineups for both teams.
The JV game, Westfield handled the Guerin Catholic Ball Club in the JV game. As we said, this place was a little rocking there. It's going to be rocking tonight. The other game that is on our sister network is Silent Night. Covenant Christian taking on Greenwood Christian, boy-girl doubleheader. They thought they were going to have a good crowd. We got a good crowd. IndianaSRN is where you're going to be. 12 games in the state. We got 3 of them.
Yeah, and all 3 of them are large.
This time, please rise and remove your hats for tonight's pregame prayer, followed by our national anthem. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. God our Father, in this season of Advent, we continue to watch and wait for your coming, and we pray that beyond tonight's competition, our focus remains on you. May our words and actions continue to glorify you, and may our hearts be open to the ultimate goal of growing closer to you in heaven. We welcome our neighbors from Westfield, and we pray that tonight's game is a great show of two communities coming together in the spirit of sportsmanship and Christian hospitality. St. Theodore Guerin, pray for us. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. And now for the singing of our national anthem by Guerin Catholic Junior Hope Elshire.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the spy o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Beautiful rendition by Hope Elshire, one of the students on hand here tonight as they continue to file in.
Now let's make the starting lineups for tonight's contest. First, let's
Here's Jeff Buckner, the PA announcer, with tonight's starting lineups.
Senior number 3, Trey Buchanan. Senior number 2, Charles Farrell. Senior number 22, Caleb Wise. Junior number 33, Durante Martin. Senior number 24, Nick Cook. Westfield is coached by Mr. Shane Silver. And now the starters for your Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles. The senior number 3, Rob Sorensen. Senior number 4, Andy Guerin. Junior number 5, Malcolm House. Senior number 22, Dylan Moran. And junior number 35, Bryson Cardinal. The head coach for your Golden Eagles is Mr. Bobby Allen.
We're set.
Tonight's basketball game is Kevin Moore.
White uniforms belong to Guerin Catholic, and the visiting uniforms decked in green and black to Westfield. They're just a stone's throw away here from Guerin Catholic High School.
5 miles.
Wow.
The Culvers split either Westfield people or Guerin Catholic people. You two.
Nick Book will jump center for Westfield, and Dylan Moran's for Guerin Catholic, and we're off. And Trey Buchanan, who wears 3, like his adversary Rob Sorensen, who wears 3, both 3-point shooters.
Guerin Catholic at man-to-man.
Patience to begin the game. Book with a 3 on the way, missed the shot, and picked up by Bryson Cardinal, the first of what will likely to be many rebounds. Andy Karen handles out front. Now Sorensen, they'll draw a beat on him early. Cardinal, good pass out of the post, and he gets it back. Bryson Cardinal misses on that one. He already looks a little bit more fluid tonight.
He
Coach.
does look a little bit more relaxed tonight. I think both teams are a little keyed up with this one.
Well, and it should be with 1 versus 2. Nice drive to the goal, and a layup is good by Caleb Wise. So a 2-0 start, and Wise, who had a back fracture last year, missed a number of games, looks quite healthy now. This is Farrell, their best defensive player, and Charles already draws his first personal foul. General feeling is that because he's better on offense, don't forget about how good Charles can play defense.
Yeah, I think Sorensen is just going to try to make some mess.
Bryson Cardinal inside, and they're going to challenge inside, and why not? Because they made a living at the free throw line in the previous games, did Guerin Catholic. Game tied at 2.
Mom is coaching at Cathedral tonight with her Lady Golden Eagles.
3 on the way. Buchanan knocks it down. He's got great range. Trey Buchanan, a 3-year varsity starter.
Was talking to Mom before they left on the bus, and she goes, I wore the wrong watch. I said, why is that? This thing's going to blow up.
5-2 in favor of the Rocks, as they're called. Now Rob Sorensen, who's had huge nights so far for Guerin Catholic. Can he get loose to fire his 3? Malcolm Howes. Right corner, Morans for 3. And a rebound taken down by Buchanan. Out to Charles Farrell, who will take him one-on-one. And he's going to be called for an offensive foul. And Westfield now has lost its top defender on 2 fouls in less than 3 minutes.
At the 5:41 mark, if you're at home and you're keeping score, might want to start that time.
Yep. Jane Sumter is arguing about it with one of the officials, saying, look, position wasn't established. So that's huge. And Farrell has to have a seat.
And he'll sit for a while.
Carson Melvin replaces him. Sorensen can't get a real look yet. Fires a 3, too strong. And rebounded easily by Nick Book, the transfer out of Virginia. Now Buchanan on the drive, and he's got 5 quick points, Keith, and he is attacking the goal.
You got to stay close.
7-2 Westfield, 3 minutes in. Trying to improve to 4-0 and keep their number 2 ranking in the state behind Fishers, which will play Kokomo Saturday night.
What a game that will be.
Yes, the 6th of 6 games, the Southport Fieldhouse. Cardinal got a second shot blocked. Here come the Shamrocks, already up by 5. Melvin now in the game wears 33 on the bounce inside the Book. Book switching hands, draws the double and kicks it out. Another 3 on the way, buried. And this team is very impressive as Caleb Wise has 5, and it's 10-2 in favor of the Shamrocks. Timeout, Guerin. Well, the three-point shooting was certainly a concern because this team, Keith, shoots at 41%. But a 10-2 start, not exactly what Bobby Allen figured he'd be facing.
And just look at the offense and look at this three-point. I mean, that's at the volleyball line. That's how I used to shoot them back in the day.
Yeah.
They didn't count three-pointers, though. Me and Rick Mount, Rick Mount was a basketball player, Jim, that went to Purdue.
He was a great basketball player.
Chuck, he's a real good basketball player. Rick Mount, okay. Chuck wasn't around him.
So let's see if the timeout benefits the Eagles, already in an 8-point hole as Malcolm Howes walks it up. Against Will Harvey, who can shoot the 3 as well as anybody in the state. Inside Dylan Morans, lost the ball.
Quick hands.
Picked up by Durante Morton. Now Book, one of the tallest players on the floor. Gets one-on-one against Bryson Cardinal. Good pass inside. And the layup by Durante Morton to lead us 10.
Did you say one of the things that Bobby Allen wanted to do is just punch him in the mouth pretty quick?
Wow. It's gone the other way.
Yeah, very quickly.
Rob Sorensen forced to give it up in the quarter to Andy Guerin. Guerin on the fly missed it. Bryson Cardinal the rebound. Now an open look. Two and out.
They are cold.
Caleb Wise, corner shot 3 in transition. A little strong. And there's going to be a foul called, and it's going to be on Guerin Catholic.
Going to be on Cardinal, pushed off.
Bryson Cardinal has already fouled out of one of the games so far and drew 3 fouls on another. They don't want him to overstep his bounds and definitely not overhelp. The freshman is in the game right now, and he's matched up against Will Harvey, and Harvey scores easily against Hayden Rogers, and the lead is 14-2.
It just looks right now that Westfield is just a lot stronger with the basketball.
Guerin Catholic with the same 5 starters it's had all season long. Cardinal can shoot the 3, but it's 1 and out. Another rebound for Nick Book. Westfield might have been the benefit of summer league play when they got a chance to play in the Charles Harvey shootout, among other things. Buchanan certainly benefited from it. Kicks it off the Book. They do a lot of head shoulder fake, which is one of the concerns of Allen. And that shot misses. We got a foul called, and it's going to be on Westfield. It appears to be on Will Harvey. Harvey is shooting the 3 at 73%.
That's pretty impressive.
Oh, man, is it ever. Team foul 3. As Keith mentioned in the pregame, 5 is over the limit. And when you reach 5, everybody else gets the chance to shoot 2. That is off the hands of Andy Guerin.
4 turnovers.
Wow. 4 turnovers, 2 points. Great start, though, for the Rocks.
Get the deflection, the ball goes right to the player.
Yeah. 4 different players have scored so far for Westfield as we approach the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Trey Buchanan, who has 5 in the game, with the handoff matched up against Robbie Sorensen. Now back to Will Harvey. Harvey with the left-handed dribble, kicking down inside. Off to Nick Book, working against Cardinal, cut off by Cardinal. Good patience, 3 on the way from the outside is missed, and the rebound to Julian Melendez. Let's see if Guerin Catholic can get something going. That's the man to do it.
Just seems like Sorensen, when he wants to shoot the ball, wants the ball, he carries him on the back.
Allen was saying we got to get him in transition, too. He's not going to get a lot of open looks. They're going to be in his face all night long. Don't you love the shot fake of this team?
Yes, sir.
Down to Book inside. Moves with the right hand, and Nick Book. Man, is he impressive. First 2 points of the night. 16-5 in favor of the Rocks.
Good defense.
And turnover number 5 on Guerin Catholic.
Look at this, Jim. He takes control, and he just felt like he has to do something, knocks down that 3, and he's way behind that arc.
Yeah, they need his offense, Keith. I mean, he averages 21 a game. He shoots the 3 at 45%.
And you can tell they missed Jack Cherry because Cherry's going to give them that ball with a running jump.
I was talking to head coach Allen, as you did earlier in the week, and I said, how's Jack doing? He says, well, his leg's still broken. He said, give him 3 more weeks. You mentioned maybe mid to late December as a possibility. Look at the patience of the Shamrocks. The 3 on the way. Rims in and out from Buchanan.
Smallest guy on the floor got the ball.
That's the freshman. Here's Sorensen. They pick him up quickly. Rogers swings it in the corner to Andy Guerin. Shooting on the run and missing. Let's see if the Shamrocks play for the last shot as a foul is called on Guerin Catholic, team foul 2.
Not a real good smart foul for Guerin. Way from the basket.
So Andy Guerin picks up his first, team second. Shamrocks look patient enough to play for the final shot. In the hands of their leading scorer, Trey Buchanan. One of 5 double-figure scores against Zionsville in its win Friday night before a sellout crowd. Seconds remaining, drive to the hoop, missed. Tip missed. Third opportunity missed. Maybe a fourth and a block with .3 to go. What about Westfield?
How about just go back and get it?
Attacking the goal.
Maybe they learned something from their volleyball team.
Maybe so. And to the free throw line goes Deontay Morton. Durante 71% shooter, and a second-team foul on somebody that's Guerin Catholic cannot afford to lose. That's Guerin Catholic. Ronte Morton with his third point.
Cardinal now sitting.
That's tough. That's happened more often than not so far this year. What a solid first quarter for the Westfield Shamrocks. Second free throw, perfect. End of the quarter. 10-2 started, an 18-5 lead after one. Back with the second quarter in a moment.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
If you're looking for great food for breakfast or lunch, check out Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe, specializing in baked goods. Daily specials, open Wednesday through Sunday, 8 to 2. Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe at 6427 Oak Landing Road in Indianapolis.
Sloppy Joe's, extra mayonnaise, extra pickle.
Fridays, right?
Fridays. We had a date. I had to cancel, but we still need to do that.
Man.
Yeah.
I will not miss up on food. Second quarter with the coach Keith Myers, Jim Barber on IndianaSRN. All Westfield so far. And Bryson Cardinal on the bench with 2 fouls. Hayden Rogers, the freshman, to Andy Guerin. Malcolm Howes, and here's Dylan Morans, who can create. To Rogers on the baseline's got to give it back. Moran shoots it and hits a 3. No, can Guerin Catholic use his offense?
Got to play some defense down here.
18-8. And contact, first foul of the second quarter.
Look at this part. Nice shot. Didn't get out in time.
Malcolm Howes has his first foul. 5 team fouls, the limit in each quarter, then you shoot 2, assuming you're on an offensive situation. And Westfield right now 3 for 3 at the line as Carson Melvin knocks down the first. Melvin is 6'5", 190, good off-the-bench player and a good post defender. Had a couple of threes in the win over Zionsville the other night.
Man, nice stroke.
Westfield 20, Guerin Catholic 8. Five first quarter turnovers did not do Guerin Catholic any favors. But it is early.
They go, Sorensen gets the ball, 2 guys are right on him.
Yep. That will allow this man to shoot the 3. That's Andy Guerin, and a foul in the backcourt. Committed by Malcolm Howes, and that'll be his second. So fouls are starting to add up right now for the Eagles, who come in at 4-0, ranked number 1 Associated Press 3A, and number 11 by the coaches poll. Which one do you take more stock in, Coach?
Whatever makes me look better. I was never ranked in the top 10, Jim.
It's not a fair question, is it?
No, it's not. The coaches poll, they know teams.
Sure. And that's going to be traveling called on Nick Book.
A lot of people wanted to know how I taught in the classroom when I was always working on basketball. That's why I became the athletic director.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Ben Grissom comes in the game. for Guerin Catholic. Had a 3 the other night. In the game last year, it was Guerin Catholic at the break, 26-25, and then Westfield shut them down in the second half. Trey Buchanan had 4 threes in that game. Got him off to a hot start in this game as well. Ryan Ferris also in the game as well. This is Sorensen. Second 3 of the game.
Tell you what, he pushed off, got open, and they gave him the ball. That's all. That's what he needs right there.
That's a Reggie Miller move, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Mentioned Ryan Ferris in the game. He wears 20 for Guerin Catholic. The lead now is 9. Morton inside, missed it. Second opportunity, basket and 1 for Carson Melvin. He's been a force off the bench already, and he becomes the 6th Westfield scorer in the game. Ryan Paris picks up the foul. That's team foul 3 in less than 2 minutes. And another look at how it happened.
Look at that strength. He just did a little flex for you.
Mm-hmm. Deep breath by Carson Melvin. Already 2 for 2 from the line. Shamrocks are 5 for 5 from the stripe, another asset. And when Shane Sumter said, we got to get to the line more often, it's happening this evening. 23-11 in favor of Westfield. Bryson Cardinal with 2 fouls back in the game.
He's looking for a pick.
Gets it to Rob Sorensen. They got Charles Farrell out of the game with fouls, but Sorensen still having trouble getting an open look. Does have a couple of threes, though. Here's a 3 on the way by Dylan Morans. And Dylan Morans has hit 2 of those here in the second quarter. 23-14. Guerin Catholic shoots the 3 ball 35%. Buchanan on the drive to the goal. Threw it up and in. Trey Buchanan has been so impressive so far. 7 points for him.
The inside game Westfield has is very impressive.
Offensive rebound, second chance. Andy Karen, foul called. And it may be a shooting foul for Guerin Catholic. 3 minutes gone by the second quarter. If you're just joining us, we're on IndianaSRN tonight with a battle of 1 versus 2. And fouls on Drew Hafner, his first. Hafner's brother Cam played on that state with a sectional championship team a couple years ago.
Look at Sorensen, pushed off there, and just quick release, Jimmy.
Guards know how to get loose, don't they?
Yeah.
Especially when they're heavily guarded.
Shooters do, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever it takes.
He's drawing Caleb Wise right now defensively. Andy Karen missed his first. He'll get a second.
Oh. Tried to wheel that in, just didn't. No body English.
And it remains an 11-point lead for the Shamrocks, who have led from the start. Deep 3.
That's the first block out really that has affected Westfield.
Which is not easy against Nick Book, who stands at 6'8". Here's Bryson Cardinal working against him, spinning with his right hand. Didn't get it, and the tip is no good by Andy Karen. Got the ball deep in the post, couldn't convert. Here's Buchanan. Another 3 on the way. That's buried by Will Harvey, who again came in shooting threes at over 70%. He's got 5. And they have doubled the Rocks, the Eagles, in scoring at 28-14. Shane Sumter says we're building something special at Westfield. Last 4 years, he's 76 and 29. And that includes a sectional championship and a #1 ranking key 2 years ago.
Yes.
And also Mr. Basketball, Braden Smith, who's gone on to start Purdue. Here's Nick Book working against Cardinal, has 2 fouls, and Bryson can't do much. A 16-point lead for the Shamrocks. Timeout, Guerin Catholic.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
When you shop the thrift store of Wheeler Mission, you're not just buying a purse or an end table you plan to refinish. You're providing critical funds that help men, women, and children get back on their feet. Your purposeful purchase provides help and hope. Be the first to snag a deal? Stop on by today, 8640 East 96th Street, Indianapolis. Westfield has had its way, not only from the perimeter but also inside. And this community a few years ago was just getting going in terms of its basketball program. And Shane Sumter says from third grade on we teach defense, and it's paying off nicely.
Well, it starts also in the fall with football. Jim, you remember going down to 31, and there was a McDonald's and then Westfield. Now there's a bypass and then the campus,
yes,
which is huge. So that community, and Grand Park is right up there as well.
Yeah, Grand Park is certainly a big incentive for anybody that's an athlete that goes to Westfield. Congrats to the Pacers who knock off the Bucks tonight in the in-season NBA tournament and now reach the finals to play Friday night, or rather Saturday night, against either the Lakers or the Pelicans. Dylan Morantz has hit 2 threes so far. Ben Grissom bodied a little too closely. Foul called on Trey Buchanan, his first.
We have a score of the first game of the doubleheader at Covenant Christian. Covenant Christian girls beat Greenwood Christian 55-23. It was silent night. No one could yell until the first 10 points of the game.
Wow.
The boys game tonight at 7:45.
A nice-looking team there in girls basketball. Hayden Rogers, the freshman, guarded by the senior, Buchanan. Not a lot of open looks so far for Guerin Catholic. Buchanan, a kick to Rogers, and he got clobbered.
Woo!
And that's 2 fouls down on Trey Buchanan.
You just hope he's not hurt.
Yeah. So Trey Buchanan has picked up his second foul. It is a non-shooting foul.
This is the shot that Chuck takes in his wrestling moves.
Well, the poised kid, number 15, according to his coach with the high basketball IQ, appears to be okay. This team, though, is in a 16-point hole right now, more than halfway through the second quarter. Dylan Morantz dropping down Bryson Cardinal. Cardinal with a move inside, basket and one. And for Bryson Cardinal, much needed hoop. He has 2 tonight for 4. That is team foul number 4.
Look at this. The double team here got hit on the shoulder.
Free throw here means that Guerin Catholic will have played Westfield even in the second quarter. 5 points in the game for Bryson. Only 3 other players, including Cardinal, have scored. Dylan Morantz with 6 and Robert Sorensen with 6. Will Harvey leaves it short. Tie up, ball out of bounds by way of arrow to Westfield with 2:37 to go in the first half.
They haven't given up on the man-to-man, have they?
No. Now Book with the isolation against Cardinal. Inside, draws the double team and finds a shooter. Bounces around a couple of times and saved somehow by Westfield. Nice play by Durante Morton. Still, Guerin Catholic comes away without giving up a point. Now can they cut it to 10 with a 3 or get to within 11? We got to admire the defense in this game by Caleb Wise on Rob Sorensen, and unforced errors are a killer right now for Guerin Catholic.
Lack of communication there. You know, Westfield down at this end, Jim, if they can't get the ball in the rim, they just tap it back on the backboard and they just go out and get it.
I like their bench play. I like Carson Melvin off the bench, Will Harvey. Good-looking players. And right now, with an unbeaten record, holding a 13-point lead. That's Drew Hafner with the ball. Caleb Wise, shot on the way, missed.
Good block out by Guerin.
And Westfield's cooled off a bit. Can Guerin Catholic get a little closer, though? Morans gave up his dribble to Cardinal, about 10 feet from the goal. They swing into Rogers. In the double team, lost the ball.
That's a freshman mistake.
Durante Morton on the break to Buchanan. And Trey Buchanan has 9.
It appears to me Rogers does not want to shoot the ball, so really you only have 4 offensive players on the floor.
Yeah, and that's important. As a freshman, he'll need to do more than just present himself. Bryson Cardinal can hit the 3 and got it. And for Bryson now, he has 7.
Gets his athletic ability from his mom.
That's the 5th 3 in the game made by Guerin Catholic.
I'm sure Brian will talk to me after the game.
I'm probably looking for you right now. Let's see if the Shamrocks play for 1, even though there's 45 seconds on the clock. Don't appear, Keith, to be in any hurry.
Nope.
Buchanan matched up against Sorensen with 30 seconds to go. Now Drew Hafner and back to Trey Buchanan, who leads all scorers with 9. Some of the fans from Guerin Catholic hollering, "This is boring."
This is winning game.
10 seconds to go. Westfield will try to get its offense with Book spinning to the goal, missing, and it's out of bounds to Westfield with 2.8 to go.
Every loose ball that's been on that side of the floor has gone the team in the black of Westfield.
Been key tonight along with the turnovers and the made free throws.
You got to go to the rim quick.
Buchanan looking to throw it in.
There's the lob.
The Book.
Nice block.
Dylan Morantz with a deflection, and Sorensen with a 3, and the first half is over. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Boilermaker Local 374, which can offer you a career as an iron shipbuilder, blacksmiths, or general helpers. For more information, contact the International Brotherhood of Boilermakers at 219-845-1065. At the break, our score 32-20. Westfield back with our halftime in a moment.
You can't go this way.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
As we're at halftime with the score 32-20, Westfield in the lead. With us now is the athletic director, Ryan Davis, is with us. And Ryan, nice crowd on hand for a Thursday night.
Doesn't this make sense for two Hamilton County schools to duke it out? We're about 2 miles away from each other, and it's a great opportunity for our student athletes from both communities really to display what they have and what they can do on the court.
Yeah, I walked into Culver's today, and you had to sit on a purple side or a black side tonight. You couldn't be in the middle, so I just left it.
Purple and gold versus the green and white.
Yeah.
We this competition runs deep in a few sports, I must say. I know that our golf teams have gone toe-to-toe the past couple of years, and we look forward to continuing that in the spring.
Talk a little bit about, I know the athletic facilities are great, the student body is great, but you're in the middle of a multi-expansion. Talk a little bit about the expansion, because it's all about education.
Absolutely. So the school is 20 years old, and right around that 20-year anniversary, we're going to be able to add over 60,000 square feet of addition to our current facility, and that's going to serve so many kids. And that really was the focus of the expansion, to serve as many needs as the kids as possible. So, we have a 500-seat auditorium that's going to do wonders for the fine arts department, and we're going to fill in some needs from the athletic department, having new locker rooms and a new weight room and a couple new courts for our lower level teams and our communities, right? Our parish feeder schools are going to be able to feed into that. So it's really such a positive on so many levels to add this space for our kids so that they can continue to explore their God-given abilities and put those to good use here at the school.
IndianaSRN has been with you now for 5 years, off and on. A great partnership with that. And one of the things that we love is the expansion and how you have taken care of the student athlete. Talk a little bit about the grade point average, that poster outside telling the dollars that kids have accumulated for scholarships. It's pretty impressive.
We're just trying to do the best that we can, to be honest with you. And that involves the classroom, that involves the basketball court, and that involves us trying to be faithful followers of Jesus Christ. And so we try to keep a level of humility around our school and our hallways, and that starts with our adults and our administration and the people in the building who are in charge of these kids. But at the end of the day, we're trying to do the best we can with what we have, what's in front of us, and it's been amazing, the results. You mentioned the scholarship dollars. You mentioned some of the state championships that we've accumulated. We talk about some of the places that our kids who have been in fine arts or choir or plays or musicals, we're all on the same page about trying to get kids just a little bit better in everything that they're doing.
And locked in, that religion has locked that in as well to benefit not only those kids, but you have helped outreach to the community. Talk a little bit about the outreach that your student body and your faculty has done for this community, because the outreach is incredible.
Well, I think it's a big deal that we're the only Catholic high school in Hamilton County, and this is such a competitive area of the state. It's wonderful communities all over the county. So many great options for schools, so many great options for different resources and paths that kids want to go through. But at the end of the day, we're framing this in a faith-based environment, and that's a difficult line to walk sometimes, especially in the current climate in 2023. but we really feel like that's valuable as these kids move on and become husbands and fathers and wives and mothers and sportscasters like you, Mr. Keith Myers.
45 seconds or less. Pete Smith in the Hall of Fame. Your thoughts? I know he was here the other night. Guy started this program. You know, the only coach that beat him his first year was yours truly. Thank you very much.
Right.
He'll tell you that.
What an incredible honor for Coach Pete Smith. We're going to honor him here at the Nest on December 22nd. Get a bunch of alumni back in the building. It's just so well deserved for him and what he's done. He was here at ground zero, and he built up the program, and certainly Coach Allen is grateful for that opportunity to follow a legend. And Pete's been awesome. He's been awesome for Bobby. He's let Bobby do his deal on the sideline, but we all know that Coach Smith has been such a wonderful influence on our community and our basketball program.
That game on the 22nd right here on IndianaSRN. Mark that on your calendar. Another big crowd will probably be here. By the way, popcorn is excellent. Just want to let you know, Chuck, 2 hot dogs. Me, Chuck, 1 Chick-fil-A sandwich. Jim, a Subway sandwich.
How were those hot dogs? Joe's Butcher Shop, best meat in town.
I'll tell you what, those things are huge.
Joe's Butcher Shop has been a loyal supporter of Guerin Catholic Athletics. We're grateful for Joe.
Look at the plug. Now you go to Joe and say, okay, you'll be
$500. Go to Joe's
bucks.
Butcher Shop, best meat in town.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, Jim Barber joins me. Thanks. We'll talk to you next time. All right, we'll be back after this.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. They have locations in Indianapolis, Zionsville, Anderson, Columbus, and Lafayette. For more information, give them a call at 317-472-7600. And by Piper Logistics, specializing in everything from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. 3 services, 1 solution. We do it all. For further information, give them a call at 317-396-1023. Start the second half with Westfield ahead by 12. Jim Barber and the coach Keith Myers. And Keith, for Guerin to get back in the game when 12 points down is not in the game yet. What must be done?
You look at the keys of the games, Jim, and Westfield, they need to stop dribble drive. Not only did they stop dribble drive, there wasn't really much dribble drive at all. Cardinal had a couple inside. They have rebounded the ball well on both ends, and they have stopped the bigs, so to speak, and they stopped Rob Sorensen. For Guerin Catholic, they needed it to a quick start. It was 18-5 at the end of 1. I don't think they did that. They had to limit 1 shot. They didn't do that because Westfield rebound, put the ball back up the floor. Ball control, a little bit better, but they haven't handled the pressure as much as I think they do. They have to get off to a quick start. If they can cut this within 4 at the end of 3, this game could come down to the last second shot.
And the Eagles, rated number 1 in Associated Press, will start the second half with the ball. Good pressure in the backcourt by Charles Farrell, who spent most of the first half defensively for Westfield on the bench with 2 fouls.
And he's hungry.
Yeah. Against Andy Kerr, now Bryson Cardinal. Working against Nick Book. Cut off, gives it up to Rob Sorensen. Sorensen on the dribble drive, throws up the left hand, missed it. Tipped by Cardinal.
I don't know how he got there because he was flat-footed and then jumped up and get the ball. That's a nice play.
Bryson Cardinal down with 9. This is the closest Guerin Catholic's been in a while. Still down by 10, though. Westfield has been in the lead from the beginning. 3 in the way, Buchanan.
Wow!
Trey Buchanan has 12, and in this game has knocked down 2 threes. Good second quarter for Guerin Catholic after, as Keith mentioned, we're down 13 at the end of 1. Dylan Morans is fouled on the pass, fouled by 33. Durante Morton. That'll be Morton's first.
Cardinal just jumped over everybody. You know, Jim, you look at this game started at 7:30. It's just 8:11. Quick first half.
Yeah, not many fouls, and Dylan Moran's was fouled there. And with the rebound, will shoot it twice. Monte Morgan has now picked up 2 quick fouls in the second half. Dylan Moran's considered to be the best athlete on the floor by both coaches. That's high praise.
That is very high praise.
First free throw of the night is good. He has 7. Moran's had 7 points in the loss last year. Now second chance. Sorensen for 3. Little too strong. Moran's had the rebound and he is fouled.
They are going after the ball much better this half.
And the team fouls are starting to add up a bit for Westfield.
Charles Farrell picked up his 3rd foul. That's huge. Now he's got to sit again.
Will Harvey.
Go out and get that.
Now enters the game. 3 team fouls already on the Rocks here in the second half. And now make it 4. Wow.
This will get them in the game, especially because they're outstanding free throw shooters.
Caleb Wise has his first. And so by new IHSAA rules, any foul after here when Guerin Catholic is on offense, they'll be shooting it twice. Good pass inside from Andy Guerin to Dylan Moran's.
He's got 9, Jim.
Guerin Catholic starting to
warm up.
It's a little closer here. 35-25. Chant of defense from its fans across the way. Book with a look, won't take it. Now the drive against Cardinal, cut off.
Nice help.
Monte Morton. Caleb Wise not finding any extra shots yet, or any open looks for that matter. Book tempted to take a 3. There's Buchanan who can knock down the 3. Back to Book on the drive, and he lays it in. Nick Book.
Nice
pressured foot. And he's fought through that. Very versatile player, and you got a chance to see it right there. Book now has 3 field goals for 6. That'll be out of bounds to the Rocks with 5:47 to go. Third quarter.
You probably did not see this. Watch this dunk. But you did not see this in our camera. But Charles Farrell, that possession, stood up and told his team, calm down, relax. Great leadership right there from the young man.
And from their best defender who's on the bench with 3 fouls. Backcourt pass.
He's
picked
safe
up by Will Harvey. Got a man advantage if they see it.
Oh, he was wide open, wasn't he? In the post.
Malcolm House gets back. Kickoff right corner shot missed. And a rebound taken down by Bryson Cardinal. 37-25 in favor of Westfield. Leading all the way. Sorensen. Nice ball fake. And Rob Sorensen now with 8. Question is, can he get it down to a single digit?
That's what you need to do.
Man-to-man defense by Guerin Catholic. Drop down Book. And Nick Book is becoming active here in the second half. He has 2 field goals. He has 8 for the game. The lead is back to 12 at 39-27 with a timeout. Now, one thing you got to like about Nick Book, who's the transfer out of West Virginia, played at the Oak Hill Academy, is the way he hops to the goal. He had 12 and 8 points and rebounds against Zionsville, and Book is really just a handful for Guerin Catholic.
Look at both coaches working very hard in the huddle. Don't forget games tomorrow, Jim. We have the Heritage Christian and Heritage game doubleheader. Girls game at 6, boys game at 7:30. Right here on IndianaSRN. Slow Friday night for us. Just one ball game, but that's tomorrow night. Both coaches talked to Bobby Allen. He goes, I got a date, but I will be watching IndianaSRN about 7:30 because it's a conference team.
IndianaSRN, your gateway to Indiana sports excellence. Partner with IndianaSRN Success in Sportsmanship Meet. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. With Keith Myers, Jim Barber. 3 minutes into the third quarter, it still remains Westfield by a dozen, 39-27, had a 12-point lead at 3:10 of the first quarter, and they have played even since.
Good timeout there. Slow things down, see what you can do.
Robert Sorensen, a couple of made threes and a field goal with 8. Guarded by Caleb Wise. Now Andy Guerin. Back to Sorensen, right of the lane. Little head fake cut off nicely. Got to get rid of the ball. Did in time. Shane Sumter, head coach, wanted a 5 count.
Well, he wanted a 3-second count as well because he's in the lane.
Yeah. Down to Bryson Cardinal on 1 foot. Double dribble. Tried to maintain his poise, couldn't do it. Here comes the freshman Hayden Rogers in the game to replace Malcolm Howes, who so far has yet to score. 14 fouls, though, on Westfield, none on Guerin Catholic, so behooves the Eagles to get to the line.
But that happened early in the third quarter. I mean, that happened in 2 minutes in the third quarter.
Agreed. Will Harvey, great bounce pass inside to Trey Buchanan. What a nice assist, and a field goal by Buchanan, who has 14. And now to the line will go Guerin Catholic the rest of the way. And the rest of the way is 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. So if you're going to get back in the game, perhaps the best way to do it is going to be from the free throw line, as Ronte Morgan has picked up his third foul, I believe. Moran's free throw is perfect. He's been good at the line.
I have him unofficially for 10.
Yes. Shamrocks on the road to Bethesda Christian on Saturday at 7:30, and a part of a 6-team shootout. Guerin Catholic against Heritage Hills at Southport, 3:40 on Saturday afternoon. The headliners, Kokomo and Fishers, at 8:30 that night.
I'm sure I know where you'll be Saturday night.
Oh, man. Pacers go at 8:30 that night, too. It's a great night of hoops. Here's Book. Just left a little short. Rebound to Cardinal, and a foul in the backcourt. A long distance away, and that's going to be a benefit for the Eagles, who can walk to the line now with the clock stopped as Carson Melvin gets his first foul.
If you just joined us, that is the correct score. Westfield jumped up to an 18-5 first quarter, and they hardly missed in that first quarter, Jim.
Yes. Bryson Cardinal, 67% shooter from the line. 1 for 2 tonight.
Oh.
And a foul. Or is the ball just out of bounds, too?
No, they called a foul on Andy Guerin.
Andy Guerin has picked up his second. Halfway through the third quarter. Westfield Shamrocks, who got things going a couple of years ago with a sectional championship. Book shot is off balance. Trying to build on that. Here comes Rob Sorensen. Rogers down to Cardinal. Check that Morans. Missed the shot. Cardinal had his hands on it. And it's going to be off of Sorensen, out of bounds to Westfield, which has allowed in its 3 games 57, 39, and 40 points, and has given up just 29 tonight.
I apologize. Would you go after the ball like that? Now, at your age now. No.
Otherwise. Book moving on Cardinal, driving to the basket. Defended well, second chance, blocked by Cardinal. Follow-up is good by 32, Carson Melvin. Carson Melvin now with 7 off the bench. It's going to be on Rob Sorensen, his first. And a chance now to expand the lead to its largest at 15.
I'll tell you what, they just take control. of the rebound.
They do. It's the first miss at the line. Rob Sorensen, who averages 21 a game, has been limited to 8. Cardinal got inside. Good position by Bryson Cardinal, and a quick timeout by Guerin Catholic, and we'll take a break with 2:46 remaining in the third quarter.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
We remind you to not miss a beat this holiday season. IndianaSRN has your soundtrack covered. Let the festive tunes fill your home with warmth and joy. Log on to IndianaSRN.org. Click on Music 24/7. And to our amazing fans and listeners, thank you for being part of the IndianaSRN sports family. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
We're singing Christmas carols today on IndianaSRN.
We were singing them at home, putting up a Christmas tree.
There we go.
It is the season. Quick pass to Book inside. That's a rare Westfield turnover. (43-31). It was 32-20 at halftime.
Mr. Moore calls it kick.
Bryson Cardinal leading his team in scoring so far with 11. Dylan Moranz has scored in this game 11 as well.
You didn't see this, Jim, but Coach wanted that ball underneath the basket, and with the new rule, because it went from the free throw line extended, it goes to the side, and Bobby didn't want that at all.
Like the old rule instead.
Yeah, I can give the ball to Cardinal.
2 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's Robert Sorensen to Andy Guerin. Sorensen continued to be hawked by Caleb Wise, who's done a good job defensively, and forces an off-balance shot.
They have done a great job defensively on him.
Considering that Charles Ferrer probably drew the assignment tonight, as Book takes the three and knocks it down. The transfer out of Oak Hill has had a huge second and third quarters.
That was down by the Culvers.
He's got 11 now, 7 in this third period, Keith. Cardinal had the jumper from the free throw line, didn't take it. Gets it back from Rogers, spins, left it short. This is the largest lead of the game for the Rocks.
They are going to slow this thing down.
And they have been in control since the start, wouldn't you say?
Yes, sir.
Book on a drive to the basket, got fouled.
Boy, he was
Book
not
is
afraid to go
6'8", and he got fouled. And will shoot it twice. Dylan Moranz picks up his first foul. Deep breath by Book. Big stretch.
Look at this three-pointer. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, even when Guerin Catholic appears to get close.
They just turn it up an extra speed, don't they?
Can't get close enough. Second free throw by Nick Book. Misses that. After a 5-for-5 start, the Shamrocks have missed 3 in a row and now commit a foul 65 feet from the goal.
I think also, Jim, because this crowd wants to yell and scream. They haven't been in the game to get that momentum going.
It's 3 now on Caleb, or rather Trey Buchanan. That means free throws coming up for Guerin Catholic. They could use the points here. Jack Tolles with a miss. One area Guerin Catholic will need to improve upon is free throw shooting, as Tolles gets the second one. At 67% to start tonight's game, but already 6 misses in the game as well. So now it appears the Shamrocks will do what they did to end the second quarter, Keith, and that is, minus a great look, will hold the ball for the final shot.
Oh, they got away with one.
That's Caleb Wise. 20 seconds to go. Handoff Buchanan. Playing with the 3 fouls against Malcolm Howes. And a foul call would be team foul 4. Non-shooting foul for Westfield. Malcolm Howes, his 3rd personal foul. So he had a foul to give there. Wise backcourt to Buchanan. Malcolm Howes draws that assignment. Considered to be the team's best player, averaging 16 points a game. On the drive, gets fouled, and he will shoot that twice.
I think that's on Rogers.
And Rogers his first.
Got what you wanted, right?
Oh, yes.
Take the time, get that last second, get that last shot.
And ball in the hands of the right guy. He was a 60% shooter from the free throw line.
And he has 15 on the night.
6 in the quarter for Buchanan. Got them both. He's the game's top scorer. And because of his 3 fouls, they're going to bring him out.
Well, he's going to get that extra minute rest.
Yes. 3.5 to go. Sorensen from 35 feet.
No.
End of 3 quarters. What was a 12-point lead at the break now has expanded to 16. The number 2 ranked team in 4A, Westfield, leading the number 1 ranked team in 3A, Guerin Catholic, 48-32. A reminder, our mission is to restore respect to game officials, recognize them as authorities on the fields and court. Please respect the men and women who wear the uniform. A big part of our game, sportsmanship, is everyone's job. 4th quarter is coming up.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Burtner Electric Incorporated is fully licensed and bonded electrical contractor for your protection. Our electricians are available 24/7 for service calls and specialize in electrical service and storm damage repair. For more information, give us a call today.
Jim Barber, Keith Myers, 8 minutes to go. Westfield protecting a 16-point lead, and Charles Farrell back in the game with 3 personal fouls. He wears number 2, and he will throw the ball in for the Rocks.
High school basketball tomorrow night. Heritage Christian taking on Chittard. It's a double dip. Girls at 6, boys at 7:30 right here on the Family of Networks, IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
This game not as close as some had anticipated as Westfield jumped out to a 14-2 first quarter lead. Drew Hafner drops it down inside to Durante Morton, and a foul call. It's on Dylan Morans. That's his 2nd.
The interesting thing, Jim, both coaches are coaching just as hard as they did in the first quarter.
Oh, absolutely. Last year in Guerin Catholic, a magic carpet ride at the state finals before losing to Northwood in overtime. Westfield's ambition is to get that far in years to come, and Shane Sumter's got him on the right path. 3 on the way, buried. Outside, Drew Hafter. Remember his brother Cam, part of that team with Braden Smith a couple of years ago that was ranked number 1 in the state. And the lead now is 19. Bryson Cardinal, good head fake, and he'll get an and 1.
He's had a good game. 14. Carson's third foul.
One thing Westfield has done, Keith, is spread out the fouls rather nicely. Nobody in major difficulty, though Farrell, Buchanan, and Melvin all have 3 apiece. 3-point play for Bryson Cardinal. Now full court pressure. And a hope for some turnovers. Turn them into points. Charles Farrell on the drive. Good pass inside. Layup missed. Rebound Bryson Cardinal. Rob Sorensen, team's leading scorer, held to 8 tonight after averaging 21. And that's going to be what appears to be a 3-second violation on Guerin Catholic.
You know, Sorensen has not left the game. He has played all the minutes.
He had 122 minutes coming in, Keith.
Wow.
Of a possible, 128?
Yeah.
I asked Bobby, I said, do you worry about him getting tired? He goes, no.
No. And just like that, too.
Yeah.
No.
I won't ask that again. Here's Trey Buchanan. Book inside, matched up against Cardinal. Now hemmed off on the baseline, hands it off, and just a gorgeous layup by Durante Morgan, who now has 6 in the game. The way they pass the basketball is impressive. A lot of assisted field goals. Lead is 18 with 6 to go. And too close defensively was Drew Hafner, his second foul.
That's just a beautiful cut to the basket. Use the backboard. You're a young kid out there. You want to use the backboard.
Dylan Moran scored on the inbound pass. He's in double figures, got 13. 53-37. The Shamrocks, who played before a sellout the other night against Zionsville and at Kokomo to start the year, and beat Kokomo on the road by 5, 62-57.
That's a tough place to play.
Yes. Long-standing history going back to the 20s there. I noticed somebody in the IHSAA website is trying to get all the school songs from every school that's ever participated in high school basketball. That should be a piece of work. 30-second timeout as Cardinal now with his field goal. It's 53-39. Tam Sweet and Savory Cafe. If you're looking for great food or breakfast or lunch, is open from Wednesday through Sunday, 8 to 2. They specialize in baked goods. They have daily specials. Tam Sweet and Savory Cafe located at 6427 Oak Landing Road. And Wheeler Mission Thrift Store, one of our sponsors. When you shop, not just buying a purse or an end table you plan to refinish, you are providing critical funds that help men and women and children get back on their feet. Your purposeful purchase provides help and hope. Be the first to snag a deal. Why not? Shop by today at 8640 East 96th Street, Indianapolis. Our daughter is 18 years of age and uses Wheeler Mission often.
I want to thank both athletic departments for their help. Also the head coaches for helping us make this broadcast the way it is. It's all about the kids.
And good support, both sides of the kids. Both high schools have talked about several illnesses, colds, some flus. Course of the years, we enter winter. Farrell handling outside.
Yeah, but tomorrow's temperature says a spring 62. Are you going to play golf tomorrow?
You know, don't play golf. I know a lot of people who will. Trey Buchanan, a drive to the basket, just a gorgeous switch of hands, and Buchanan
18
is up to 18 points to lead them all. 55-39. Well, the other night, as Sorensen shoots a three and leaves it a little short, the Cardinals, or rather the Golden Eagles, emptied their bench, which included Bryson Cardinal, because the coach was not happy with what he saw. He said, I wanted more energy and enthusiasm. Here comes the break, 4 against 2, and that's going to be a charge. And that'll probably be one of those teaching moments for Shane Sumter's team, that when you have 2-man advantage, you get a field goal instead of an offensive foul.
3 guys down on the floor. Great charge by Cardinal. I think his dad's taught him that pretty well.
Yeah. The custodian, who was one of the nation's best at it when he started Purdue. 4 minutes to go. Guerin Catholic could use a run of epic proportions here. Looking for Cardinal, taking it on the baseline. And it's 1 and out with a rebound taken by Trey Buchanan, who calmly walks it up.
Coach wants to take some time off the clock.
Why not? In the driver's seat with a 16-point lead. Certainly enticed to take the three, but not falling victim to it. Shane Sumter motioning Buchanan to come out and help out. Handles against Rob Sorensen. 3:20 left. Now Book. Book has had a second half of the ages.
I got him for 13.
9 in the second half, and 3 players now, Keith, in double figures for the Rocks, who had 5 in double figures the other night against Zionsville. It's not easy to do. Sorensen, and that may be a foul on Charles Farrell, which would be his 4th.
Charles has not really got into the game tonight, did he?
No, the fouls have hindered him. But on the other hand, the few moments he's had a chance to guard Sorensen along with Caleb Wise, Sorensen has been shut down. And they have taken him out of the game, which Bobby Allen frankly had feared. And he said, you know, when that happens, you got to look for other options. 2:45 left.
Lowest output this season for Guerin Catholic.
Yes. Off the dribble, Sorensen. And look at Farrell go skying to get the rebound. On the break to Book.
I do believe he was going to slam it and decided not to.
Back the other way, Moran's looked to slam it, couldn't do it. Andy Guerin with a follow-up, and for Andy Guerin, his first basket and a quick timeout by Guerin Catholic with 2s on the board, 2 minutes and 22 seconds. We'll take a timeout with a full timeout here in the 4th quarter.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at Westfield in transition.
This is how you run the floor. Might have got bumped.
Yeah, Nick Book at 6'8" is going to make a nice college player, don't you think?
Yes, sir. I would think some schools are looking at him right now.
Oh, yes. Here's Book with a basketball with a high dribble right now. Gets it back in the hands of the guards. Caleb Wise and Trey Buchanan.
He will be a guard in college.
I would think so.
Yes, sir.
Buchanan, no hurry. It's going to be 5 substitutes here in a moment as a foul is called, and that'll be a bonus situation for Westfield, who will empty the bench minus the shooter here in a moment. So everybody but the guy shooting free throws comes out of the game, and Shane Sumter and his coaching staff of Ken Hampton, Bill Brown, and Justin Bowdy should be very thrilled about what has happened tonight. It's a non-shooting foul, excuse me.
That's
only
5-1.
It's 5 on Westfield, but only 1 on Guerin Catholic. And that's out of bounds to Guerin Catholic. 18-5 at the quarter, 32-20 at the half, 48-32 at the end of 3, and now 59-41 as Westfield is set to go 4-0. Team in the green and white, besting the team in the purple and gold tonight. A chance to see some reserve players this evening, which you don't often see.
Guerin Catholic will be getting ready to play Heritage Hill on Saturday at Southport.
Here's Rogers, an open 3.
And Westfield goes to Bethesda on Saturday night.
Chance to expand its record. Shots just not falling right now. Jack Tolles had a rebound shot. Melendez passes the Tolles, foul called, and there'll be a blocking foul picked up by Will Harvey. How about the bench play tonight of the Shamrocks, Keith? 14-0 advantage in scoring.
They were just, seemed like they were just going to make a statement and make it quick, and they did.
Yes.
That first quarter was very impressive.
Got a chance to throw the first punch instead of receiving it. Julian Melendez will step to the line with his chance to score his first points.
But you got to tell your kids, this is one loss. It's not the end of the year.
No. Only 4 players tonight have scored for Guerin. Bryson Cardinal, Dylan Morans, Andy Karen, Rob Sorensen. That's it. Brody Sutton in the game. Gets a chance at some varsity time. Second free throw missed as well. Offensive rebound to the team in white. And a good defensive play by Brock Denimore, another JV player getting a chance to show his merit tonight. .40 seconds to go. Little bump outside, foul called, and that'll be a free throw opportunity as Jake Grissom picks up the personal, his first.
You know, if you're watching at home going, why would somebody make that call? They have been consistent in all their calls. That's a bump. Was a bump in the first quarter. It's a bump in the fourth quarter. You got to love that consistency.
Which is the way it should be.
Then you got to hold.
Our 3 officials again tonight. John Umber, Brad Sellers, and Kevin Moore.
Kevin Moore's been around a long, long time. Great high school football official. Wow.
Almost the steal. Shamrocks maintain possession and have given up just 41 points tonight. This started well for them and got better as the game went along. Well, Rob Sorensen 13 below his average. Shane Sumter's got a lot to be proud of.
They're very impressive.
Indeed. On the road, they're going to win it 59-41. Just a second left to play. Shamrocks go to 4-0. Guerin Catholic drops to 4-1. Not often you see a game matched up between two unbeatens, Keith, where the winner leads from start to finish. But it happened tonight.
Good job tonight, Jim.
You as well, Keith. This was a pleasure.
Thanks to our 1 and 2 guy, Chuck, and our camera guy, Troy Daragotsky, who does play-by-play as well. Very interesting. He can do jack of all trades. I think he's going to wash our cars tomorrow with it being 62.
Let's see, we call him versatile or a Swiss Army knife.
Swiss Army knife, exactly
football,
right.
Huh? We thank you for joining us on Indiana SRN. For Keith Myers, I'm Jim Barber. So long tonight from Guerin Catholic.